Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Andrew Lloyd Webber's classic musical Cats is back on Broadway, and we are here on opening night to celebrate with the company. Congratulations. I love the show. I saw it the other night. You're back on Broadway with Cats. How do you feel tonight?
Well, it's great. I mean, it's rather wonderful to be a composer and sit back and watch it and think I'm seeing it like an ordinary member of the audience, rather than worrying about every moment or worrying about something what you do on first nights when it's a new piece. And of course, it's a fabulous company, and I think several of the performances are probably the best that I've ever seen it. Particularly Gus the Theatre Cat. I think that's extraordinary, wonderful performance, and I think a lot of the heart of the piece is really come through.
What's it been like revisiting the show, working with Trevor all over again, adding Andy Blankenbuehler?
Well, I mean, my involvement with it has been a bit. I mean, we've obviously looked through the score. We did some tightening of various things, and we had one big change actually. But having done that, I rather left everybody to get along with it, and so that's really been the joy. You know, in a way, I've got to get on and write something new myself now. So I can't spend one's time going over and over and over the old things. But it's absolutely fantastic, though, when you get something coming back and it's as good as this.
Let's talk about casting, because there are so many dancers, actors, singers who I'm sure went up for this. How do you know that you've chosen the right people to be a cat?
You don't always know, and I think we got really lucky because this cast is great any way you look at it, but their hearts are so huge, and that's what's most important, I think, in Cats. Obviously you have to have a voice, you obviously have to be able to dance, but you have to have this energy about your soul that lets it just pour out on the stage and make huge emotional commitments, and this cast all does that in a very beautiful way.
Oh, congratulations, you're back on Broadway in Cats. Had you done the show before?
No, I am a first-timer with this.
So what's it been like living in this world, working with Andrew Lloyd Webber, Trevor Nunn, Andy Blankenbuehler?
It's so much fun. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. The show is a blast. They've given me a lot of freedom to play, and this cast is great, and the team is unbelievable. So it's been a dream come true.
And the role you play, what's it like playing him? Talk about him.
Well, Tugger, he is everything I've always wanted in a role. Like I just kind of get away with murder with it. He's playful, he's fun, he's loud, he's obnoxious, he's charming. It's beyond anything I ever expected to play, and I'm having the time of my life.
Broadway, opening night, Cats, how do you feel?
I feel amazing. I just opened Cats on Broadway, which is something you told me at 4 years old I probably would have peed myself, so it's quite the night for me.
And talk about this incredible role you play.
Yeah, I mean, I play the magical Mr. Mistopheles, who's like, A, he's a cat, B, he's magical and can do a lot of things, controls all the lights in the show, and gets to dance his butt off, and it's really just a dream.
What's it like stopping the show every night?
Oh, well, that's flattering. Thanks. It's quite fun. I mean, I must say it's really exhausting and quite hard to do. But I mean, I couldn't be more grateful to be doing what I love to do, and to be, there's not a lot of that on Broadway. You know what I mean? How many times on Broadway do you get to do an 8-minute dance solo? You know what I mean? So I'm just really grateful.
Welcome back to Broadway, my love. It is opening night of Cats. How do you feel?
I feel great. I mean, we as a tribe of cats have been so ready to open, and so it was an amazing house, an amazing just energy in the room, and so we're all feeling really, really excited.
You have a gorgeous new number that was put together by Andy Blankenbuehler. Tell our audience.
I do. I mean, it's amazing. I play the Gumby Cat, and so we've added some exciting props and frills and tap dancing, so it's really great.
Was that surreal to learn, like, I'm tap dancing in Cats?
Yeah. I mean, it's so interesting because the other movement is so natural and so easy to, find out the cat-like qualities. But with tap, it's like you go one way or another. So to really find, how to make tapping cat-like is interesting.
You were so wonderful. It is opening night, back on Broadway and Cats. How does it feel?
Oh my gosh, it's just the best feeling ever. When I was a little girl, this was my favorite show. This is why I started dancing. So this is just, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Gotta be a dream come true. I mean, working with Andrew Lloyd Webber, Trevor Nunn, Andy Blankenbuehler. Talk about that room, that world.
Oh my gosh, you can't really. I mean, for one thing, Andy Blankenbuehler, I never thought I would be working with him. I feel so much cooler when I'm in a room with him, so I'm just so honored to be working with him. And then the other two, it's just like their legacy, their history, to be in the same room with them, it was amazing.
What's it been like living in the world of Cats?
It's been incredible. It's been a full immersive process into being an animal. My knees have never hurt worse, and I wake up with paw hands. I go to sleep with paw hands. It's I'm a cat.
And I love the cat that you play.
I love Victoria. It's very interesting. I don't usually get to play an innocent character at my home at New York City Ballet, so I'm really loving the chance to be her and embody her, and I hope I'm doing her justice. And it's exciting.
Congratulations! It is opening night. How do you feel?
I feel great. It's been a relatively short process, but it's been really intense and exciting the whole time. I feel like we've been working and working and working and working. Like we show up at the theater and it's like we never left. So it's really great. It's really great to be here and to have audiences that are responding the way they are. It feels great. It's really lovely.
What is it like singing this show and standing by for Grisabella? Memory.
Well, I actually did it once before when it was on Broadway before, so to get to do it again is a phenomenal honor, and it is exciting because I am really my cords are kept in shape by having to sing every single night, the entire show. So, but also to be able to play one of the most iconic musical theater roles ever written is what everyone dreams of that wants to be on Broadway. Like, it's the top.
It's opening night. How are you?
It's opening night. I feel amazing.
The last time I spoke to you was outside the theater.
Yeah.
It was your first preview. I mean, what's this whole journey been like for you with working on Cats?
Oh my God, it's been insane. Just the whole entire process of just adding and changing the show almost every single day since preview. Yeah, we've changed it so many times, ups and downs and all arounds, and just, it's been amazing, honestly, yeah.
What's it been like living in the world of Cats, working with Andy Blankenbuehler?
Oh, don't even get me started. Andy's amazing. He just gets this look in his eye when he knows he wants something, and then he gets it on stage, and it's boom, it's there.
So what's it like working under the tutelage of Andy Blankenbuehler?
Andy is awesome. It's been such a dream to work with him.
Okay, so working on Cats, what it's meant to you?
Cats was my first professional show 9 years ago, and it's really come full circle with my career. But the funny thing is that 9 years ago I played Mungo Jerry, and he's one of the few cats that I don't understudy.
It is opening night. Cats back on Broadway. How do you feel?
I feel jellicle. I feel amazing. The party's blaring. The opening night was the house was alive. It's just so exciting. It's so exciting.
The last time I spoke to you was on the street the afternoon of your first preview. Yeah. What was that night like for you, and what was tonight like for you?
Well, both our first preview and also tonight, it's amazing how hungry the theater audience has been for this show to come back. I grew up with the show, and it's one of the shows that made me fall in love with musical theater. And it wasn't until working on the show that I really understood why it's been such a huge success. It's obviously entertaining, and it's this other world unlike anything else. You totally lose yourself, but along the way, you learn about forgiveness and you learn about community, and that you can't find that package anywhere else. And I think that feeling that you get watching the show, the audience was ready for it, and they have been for the past 16 years.
I think today what's happened is that they become a lot more individual, and you become much more aware with more recent musicals and things of dancers as characters. And I know when we originally did Cats, we struggled a little bit to find people who really could come through and were more than just brilliant dancers. But I think now you find, I obviously very much with Hamilton, but with other shows and things, and certainly with the auditions that I went to of this, I was very struck by how much more individual and characterful the dancers are today, and the young dancers are today. And I think that really comes through in the show.
Finally, what amazes you the most of how Cats touches the audience?
Well, I think at the heart of it is T.S. Eliot. I think that the words are absolutely wonderful, and I mean, I'm so lucky that I was entrusted, by the Eliot estate and by his widow to set those words. I mean, she could have easily said no, and I think that's the heart.